What's good? I think I figured out the social chat ninja, you guys. Somebody put something in the chat for me real quick. Help me out. I thought this is supposed to pop up right here. I think I figured out the social chat ninja, you guys. Pause that. Mute. I did it. I did it, guys. I'm so proud of myself. I did it. I did it. I got the... See? Oh, you can't see it. Huh. Oh, well. Anyways, you have to pop out the chat to get the social chat ninja. Cool. And then I can auto feature, clear the featured message. Boom. Sweet. I am so excited for this social chat ninja. Been waiting for a couple days to figure out how to do this. So now I can put your guys' chat up on the screen. Oh yeah, that's cool. I'm so official, you guys. I'm so official. See what I got? Starting soon. Got my intro right here as part of my stream deck. So that's pretty cool. I got this loading screen. That way I can wait for some people to come up in here so we can do a little stream. We got 5 people in here already. That's what's up. You guys keep funneling in. Put your comments in the chat. Do you guys think that the Bitcoin 4-year cycle is going to hold true? That we're going to see a 1-year bear market from here? Or do you guys still think we're going to see an altcoin season? That way we can kind of see what's up with everybody. It's been a good day. This is like my 3rd stream. Been having fun with these streams. Crypto for freedom, baby. Let's go. We got a bull market range here. Bull market range. And we got a bear market range. And I think, in my opinion, we're going to be coming down. We're going down real stressful here. We got a head and shoulders pattern. File. Okay. So that's telling me that we don't have a lot of volume right here. Not a lot of buying pressure right here. So the price could slice like butter right through that. We probably won't go straight down though. But the thing is, maybe we will go straight down because nothing's really going to play out the same way twice. So that means we might not see, this relief rally like everybody's talking about to back test that 50-week moving average. Maybe we do see straight down. Maybe we see the relief rally come later. That would really fake everybody out. Don't you guys love these crypto markets, man? Just faking everybody out. It's pretty cool, actually. Oh, my hair's looking janky, guys. Why didn't you tell me? Could have told me sooner. There we go. Oh, nope, still messy. I need my brush. So yeah, Dogecoin, man. This 15-cent level. Let me get rid of all these brush lines. 15-cent level. It held support in the last bull run. And once it broke through that, it fell into the bear market. And that was now flipped to resistance. Now we've broken out into a bull run again. Pretty weak one, I might add. And now it's flipping to a resistance. So we're going to hold this as resistance. Are we going to come back up and make another lower high? Or are we going to see this Dogecoin price fall into this bear market channel? just like we've seen every other time before. Kind of seems like we're already falling into this bear market channel, guys. We've done it every single time in Dogecoin's bear market history. Here's one, took 1,917 days. Here's one, took 1,917 days before it broke out of the channel. Here's one, took 1,903 days. And are we going to see 1,903 days for Dogecoin to break out of this bear market resistance channel before it could actually break up and make a new high? I think it's likely. Is it possible? Oh, for sure, it's possible. Is it likely? I think it's likely. So maybe we see one more bounce. When Bitcoin bounces to retest the 50-week moving average, maybe we come back up to this trend line, make a lower high at the top of this channel, because we have seen 540 days past the halving. And if we do come up and see a relief bounce for Dogecoin, I'd be very careful, because this could roll over to a lower high and come down and continue down into this channel, into the bear market range. And I think that's going to happen. And also, Dogecoin is making a bearish megaphone pattern, making higher highs and now making lower lows with this this wick here. And usually when the price comes to make a big wick like this, the price will follow down through and actually fill out that wick. So, whether we fill it out now or we see a relief bounce like I was talking about, so whether we fill that out now or we see a relief bounce, I think the price is going to end up coming down and filling this wick. Dogecoin is very volatile, and so is Bitcoin. So that's why you need to be in it for the long term. Make sure you have an emergency fund and multiple streams of income coming in. Now, this bearish megaphone pattern, when the price enters the pattern from the top side, it's a bearish megaphone pattern. And when the price enters from the bottom side, it's a bullish megaphone pattern. So we just need to be aware that, this is kind of making this megaphone pattern, and the price could end up coming down a little bit lower, in my opinion, especially because we see that, between each peak, there's about, right now we've seen, 1,230 days, 1,220 days, 1,274 days, and now, are we going to see 1,246 days before we see a new all-time high for Dogecoin? That means if you bought at the peak back over here, you're not going to get your money back for how many days? Oh my goodness. 2,550 days. That's why you always want to do your own research and never invest more than you can afford to lose. Don't FOMO into these markets at the pump. Have a plan. Begin with the end in mind. And if you can do these things, you should be able to win in crypto. Now, I want to know where you guys are tuning in from, because I'm over here on the West Coast, and I know things are expensive over here, and I imagine they are where you guys are. And that's why we need a hedge against this inflation that the government keeps printing money and debasing the dollar, and that's never going to stop. That's why I like buying Bitcoin and Dogecoin. So make sure to put your thoughts and feedback down below in the comment section and engage in the comments. Answer some questions if you guys have them, or talk about the markets. I'm just here trying to build a community of other like-minded individuals who use crypto as a source of freedom. So we out here, man, crypto for freedom. We're growing. We're almost to 500 subscribers. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Now, right now, you can buy 581,000 Dogecoin for 1 Bitcoin. And back early on in Dogecoin's, life span, I guess I could say, you could get millions of Dogecoin for 1 Bitcoin. And that was when Bitcoin was back in the thousands of dollars, and not in the, tens of thousands of dollars. back over here, you could get, right here, you could get, this was at the peak, but you could get 5 million, almost 6 million Dogecoin for one Bitcoin. And then this was the bull run at the top in 2027. It dropped down to where you could only get 614,000 Dogecoin for one Bitcoin. And that's basically the level that you can get right now, 581,000. So you can see the red dotted line in the middle of the chart there. So it's like we're coming back up to test this as resistance. But can Dogecoin break through this resistance on the 1 over Dogecoin chart and fall, and then kind of raise up higher into this channel? If that were the case, Dogecoin would lose a lot of value compared to Bitcoin. And could we see 1 million Dogecoin for one Bitcoin in the future? That could be the trade of the century, because I do believe that Dogecoin is following the 7-year cycle theory that says that Dogecoin is going to lose value against Bitcoin for 7 years, just like it did the first 7 years of its lifespan before breaking out into a new channel. I keep pressing that button on accident. And now that we're in this new channel, I think Dogecoin is going to lose value against Bitcoin before breaking out into a new channel. Now, Dogecoin already has gained a substantial amount of value against Bitcoin. As you can see in the past, you used to be able to get millions of Dogecoin for one Bitcoin, where now you can only get 600,000 Dogecoin for Bitcoin. And I think in the future, if we do see this price rise here, we can get more Bitcoin. Eventually it will end up falling and Dogecoin will outperform Bitcoin. And if you're able to come down and trade 100,000 Dogecoin for one Bitcoin, that could be the trade of the century, because Bitcoin is the hardest, most scarce asset known to man, with absolute scarcity, only 21 million supply. Even Dogecoin has billions of supply, and they print 5 billion Dogecoin per year, which actually does make it ideal for a currency. And I think Dogecoin could actually outperform Bitcoin in the future, just not for the next basically 900 days. That's why I think it's best to be in Bitcoin for the long term, and then read the charts and know when to trade a little bit of your Bitcoin for altcoins and to get outsized gains. But if the ultimate goal is to get more Bitcoin, then why wouldn't you just buy the underlying asset to begin with in Bitcoin? So I like Dogecoin. I like Bitcoin. I like trading between the pair to make money. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to keep doing. And I do think that Bitcoin is going to be entering into this 1-year bear market starting October of 2025 at the peak of the market, and coming down to find a low at October 2026. That's where I'm going to be redeploying most of my tether into Bitcoin. And then I'm going to be holding that Bitcoin until the beginning of 2028, and that's when I might trade a little bit of my Bitcoin for Dogecoin and maybe some other altcoins if I find a good opportunity. But until then, I'm just going to be keeping my eyes wide open on Bitcoin and watching the Bitcoin dominance, because it's pretty interesting that the Bitcoin dominance is still up at almost 60%. At 540 days past the halving, where last time this was 540 days past the halving, the Bitcoin dominance had dropped from the peak, 45%. So it just kind of seems like we're not going to end up seeing an altcoin season this time around, and that it really was best to be in Bitcoin with all this institutional adoption we're seeing and game theory playing out right before our eyes, nation state adoption and the U.S. strategic reserve, and most countries are going to follow right behind the U.S. and create their own strategic reserve. We're even seeing strategic reserves happening statewide and company-wide, institutionally, sovereign wealth funds, and many other entities entering hedge against the inflation. The ultimate FU to the government and to the man to say, hey, we're not gonna play by your rules anymore. We're not gonna show up to these 9-to-5 jobs anymore to make pennies on the dollar while you get rich and we get the dog crap work, dropping F-bombs. And that was from the live. So if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you got any thoughts, comments, make sure to leave them down below, and we'll get them pinned up on the screen in the chat. Poo Poo says, I really like your down-to-earth style and solid TA. Well, I really appreciate that, and I appreciate you being here. You show up on most of my videos, liking and commenting. You're a true fan, Poo Poo. What a name, too. You got a lucky skid mark to go along with that? I would not be surprised. Send a message. Poo Poo. Wait, what just happened? Huh. Can I put that up too? Oh, I can put that up too. That's so funny. Oh, I love that. Ding. I need to get some sounds and put them on my stream deck so I can have some sounds like and another one. DJ Khaled, DJ Bitcoin, DJ Crypto for Freedom. Oh, I can move this around too. Oh, that's cool. Let's put this one back up. Maybe we'll leave it at the very bottom. This is so cool, you guys. I can sweep it away. Put the auto. This is text to speech. Stop reading incoming messages out loud with text to speech. Scroll to bottom. Filter messages that are from members. Filter for messages that have donations / cheer. Filter hide messages that contain emojis only. Filter messages based on what you have entered. Bing. This is so cool. Anyways, I'm having fun on these streams, you guys, and it's a lot of fun to build this community out here and be a part of the crypto YouTube community. I never really thought I'd be doing this when I got into crypto, but you know, I just decided I consumed enough content. I learned enough about, you know, Bitcoin and Dogecoin that I could come on here and try to, you know, educate people on Bitcoin and Dogecoin and other cryptocurrency assets, and, you know, how to be in this game for the long term and get rich in crypto. So Crypto for Freedom, we're out here spreading the message, and God told me to do this channel, so I'm just listening to God, and he said that this could be some of the most impactful work and important work I do in my life, so I'm just going to listen to that. And with that, I think we're just doing a quick little test stream here today just to check out the social chat ninja. So if anybody else has any last little questions or comments or feedback to put in the chat, we're going to just get out of here. So with that, you guys, we'll see you on the next video. Peace.